In May, the boss of Google walked into a stage and announced the biggest change to Google search in 25 years. The famous search box, the one nearly everyone on Earth uses, was being rebuilt around AI. Instead of giving you a list of links to choose from, Google would now mostly just give you one AI written answer. Right at the top, the CEO called it a new era and he said people love it. And then something completely happened that he probably didn't put it in speech. Within days, people just started leaving. A smaller search engine called DuckDuckGo saw its downloads jump. In the United States, installs climbed sharply over just a few days, with one day spiking around 30%, and on iPhones, the jump peaked near 70%. And here's the detail that tells the real story. DuckDuckGo has a special page that strips out all the AI, no AI answers, no AI images, nothing. Traffic to that page tripled and stayed high. So while Google was on stage saying everyone loves the new AI search, a wave of real people were quietly searching for the exit and running straight to the one place that promised them the opposite. In this video, I'm going to show you what Google actually changed, why this time is different from every update before it, and what this quiet exit really tells us, not just about Google, but about how all of us feel about AI being pushed onto us. So let me start with what changed, because Google has tweaked search 1,000 times and people grumbled and stayed. This is completely different and it's worth understanding why. For about 20 years, the deal with Google was very simple and it never really changed. You typed a question, Google gave you a list of links, websites you could click, and you decided which one to trust. You were in total charge. Google found the options and you made the choice. That simple deal held for 2 decades. What Google just did breaks that deal. Now, when you search, the first thing you see often isn't a list of links at all, it's a single AI written answer presented as the answer, sitting in a clean box at the top like a settled fact. The links, the actual websites, the thing you came for, get pushed further and further down the page behind AI most people never asked to see. So the old way was, here are your options, you choose. The new way is, here's your answer, take it or leave it. So you're not the one deciding what to trust anymore. The machine is deciding for you. That's not a new feature bolted into Google, that's a different product wearing the same name. So why did people bolt? A few real reasons, and they are worth hearing because they are not what you might expect. The first is accuracy. The AI answer looks confident and official, but it's wrong when often enough to matter. And when it's wrong, there's no warning. With the old list of links, if one site looked dodgy, you could see that and skip it. You could check the source, check the date, use your own judgment. Now the source is just the AI and it hands you a tidy, confident answer whether it's right or not. Studies even found that a lot of the time when the AI gave a correct answer, the source it linked to didn't actually back up what it said. It's like a student turning in an essay with confident looking footnotes that when you check them don't say any of that of what was claimed. The second reason is simpler and more human. People just didn't want it and they weren't given a choice. There was no easy off switch. The AI was the default front and center, and turning it off meant going and finding a whole different search engine. The head of DuckDuckGo put it bluntly. He said Google is force feeding people AI with no way to opt out, and that's exactly why people were showing up at his door. Now, I want to be fair because this is not a Google is evil and AI is bad video, and that's never how I see it. The new AI search obviously is useful for some things. If you want a quick fact, a recipe, a simple summary, getting it instantly at the top is honestly handy. And here's the part that proves this isn't really anti-AI at all. The place everyone fled to DuckDuckGo isn't anti-AI either. It actually offers its own AI tools, its own chatbot AI answers all of it. The difference is one simple thing: it lets you choose. You can turn the AI on when you want it and off when you don't. That's the whole story. People didn't run away from AI, they ran away from being given no choice. And that's the real lesson buried in this, the thing I think matters the most. DuckDuckGo is very tiny, it holds only about 2% of the search market. Nobody seriously thinks its results are better than Google's. So, why did people leave the better product for the smaller one? Because the smaller one respected them. It asked what they wanted instead of telling them what they were having. Think about your own searches for a second. Some questions really do benefit from an AI answer, but some, like checking when a shop closes or finding an article you read last week, just need a plain link fast. Google decided it knew better, and here's the part that explains why Google can't easily just add an off switch, even though that's clearly what people want. Google has poured tens of billions of dollars into AI. Its investors want to see that pay off, and the way you prove it's paying off is with big numbers. A billion people using AI search usage doubling, a nice prominent turn off AI button would shrink those numbers. So the button doesn't exist. It's the business model, and that's the thread underneath this whole story. The same one every time. The technology is not the problem. AI search really can be useful for the right question at the right moment when you choose it. The problem is the deployment, the decision to force it on billions of people with no way to say not right now. Google looked at its users who'd used searched the same way for 20 years and decided it knew better than they did what they wanted. And a meaningful number of those people responded in the only language a giant company actually understands. They left. They didn't write angry letters. They didn't wait for it to improve. They just quietly found the exit and walked through it towards a search engine whose entire pitch is simply, "We will let you decide." The CEO on stage said people love it. The download numbers from that same week told a completely different story. And when those two things disagree, I know which one I trust. Thank you so much for watching this one. Subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.